If everyone keeps letting you down, I'm not going to tell you it's your fault because it's not. But the reason it keeps happening, that might not be what you think. I didn't see it either, not until the people I trusted let me down. That moment broke something in me and showed me why I kept ending up here. I believe once you hear the story, you'll see it too. It all began with a sound. That sound, that was my shirt ripping down the back. It was one of the worst days of my life. Picture this. I'm 17, first day of university, first time being in the States, standing in pouring rain with luggage I can barely lift. I'm hustling for a mattress because apparently it's not guaranteed. And I'm soaked, exhausted, and alone. Then the shirt I'm wearing splits open. Not a small rip, a everyone can see my back type rip. I tried to grab another from my back, but the rain was coming down so hard that I could not even open the box wide enough, so I just gave up. But it gets worse. I'm standing there in my torn, drenched shirt, feeling the universe laughing at me. Then I hear, "No mattresses left." What you mean, no mattresses? Well, I had to follow a group of students into town, still wearing my torn shirts, going from shop to shop. The embarrassment was suffocating. Hours later, I finally got one. By the end of that day, my only consolation was the good roommates that I had. Now, fast forward to clearance week. I'm still trying to find my way around school, so I stopped a random girl to ask for directions. We got talking, and I mentioned this church my brother kept talking about, the one I'd been searching for since I arrived. Her face lit up. "Oh, I go there!" That Sunday, I took the church bus, and everything seemed to be falling into place. The people were warm and welcoming. They talked constantly about God's unconditional love, how we were supposed to love each other. It was beautiful, really. I made friends very quickly. For someone who had just arrived into a state where I knew no one in, it felt like I had finally found my people. I believed every word they said about love. Because really, God's love is unconditional. Then came second year. I didn't get hostel space. I was stuck at home, panic rising, knowing I needed to find somewhere to stay while I searched for an accommodation off campus. The church had a secretariat, to be fair, but it was overcrowded. I did not want to stay there. So I reached out to all the female friends I had made, the ones I laughed with, prayed with, served alongside. I just needed a week, max 2. The excuses came like a script they had all rehearsed. "Oh, my roommate will not allow it. I'm so sorry. My landlord is really strict, so he will not even agree. I wish I could help. But one after the other, the same energy. You know that tone where they are not saying no, but they are absolutely saying no, and they need you to hear all the reasons why their hands are tied. Yeah, that's what I kept getting. I kept thinking about those sermons, about love being more than words. But what really broke something in me was the phone call. One of them, someone who knew exactly what I was going through, who I had specifically asked for help, called me one day out of nowhere. "Hey, how are you? There's service today. Are you coming?" What do you mean there's service? I stared at my phone, feeling I don't even know what I was feeling. I can't put into words what I was feeling. She was inviting me to church. Now, there's nothing wrong with inviting someone to church, but like, you cannot be inviting me to church. Not even a, "Oh, have you figured out accommodation?" Just straight come to service. Wow. But that's when I just gave up. I stopped asking friends. Instead, I started praying differently. Not asking God to soften their hearts or change their minds. Just a simple prayer. "Please, Lord, raise someone, anyone." I began reaching out to classmates I barely knew. People who had maybe said hi to once or twice. And That's where it happened. Someone said yes. Not someone from church, not someone I was friends with, just someone decent. Someone who saw another person in need and made space. The person I least expected. The one I'd never even thought to ask. And suddenly, I understood why I kept getting let down. I had put my trust in people rather than in God. Now, not consciously. I would have sworn I was trusting God, to be honest. But I noticed that I had specific names in my head. I was expecting God to use those people. I had built a story about who would come through for me. And the thing is, God rarely works with our scripts. Scripture says the arm of flesh will fail you. That's a promise, like a guaranteed promise. And I learned it the hard way. God uses people, don't get me wrong, and He will keep using people. But if your peace and trust is on specific people, that's where you're missing it. That's where you are missing it. The other thing, I'd felt entitled. Because we were friends, because they were believers, I expected them to go against their comforts, their situations. I forgot they are human, that they will fall short, that the same grace I desperately needed from God, I needed to extend to them. The thing is, no one owes you anything, not help, not comfort, not even an explanation. And that doesn't mean accept terrible friendship, don't get me wrong. But it does mean recognizing that people will disappoint you, not because they are bad people, but because they are human. I'm still learning to give grace to people. I'm learning also that love isn't always loud or familiar. Sometimes it's quiet, unexpected, wearing a face you never thought to look for. God never fails to show up, He just never shows up where we're looking. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you've had an experience that taught you something profound, send me a mail at stories.heal@gmail.com. Until next time.